doing today? Hope everyone's day is going as well as mine or better. I had a very good morning this morning. Got to meet with a client. Very, very cool guy. Got to meet his family. It was actually really positive. And then Jehovah's Witness stopped by while we were doing the whole conversation. And they talked to us about what Jehovah's Witness people talk about. It was actually, kind of cool. We kind of sat there and, just, shot the shit for a minute, but it was cool, But, of course, I'm very happy for you guys to be here. Very happy to be able to make this video. I hope everybody's had a great week, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Of course, let's get – excuse me. I just had to down my lunch like super fast. Let's get this out of the way. As always, YouTube, this is all fake. This is a figment of your imagination. It's all a lie. It's a bad dream. It's in Minecraft. Here's a warm glass of milk. I'm patting you on the butt. Go back to sleep. All right. So we're going to jump right into it today. First, I want to do this, okay? I want to talk about something that's kind of going around right now. A lot of big guys are talking about this, and they have a very good point. I've discussed it a little bit, but I'd like to drive it home today. Cowardice is incredibly rampant in our society today. People, you've heard me use the term incoherent evil before. I'm coining that. That's mine. Anyone out there? It's mine. I said it first. But basically, when I say incoherent people, I mean the people that kind of go through their lives. They don't mean to be evil, but they get up in the morning, they go to work, they come home, eat dinner, rinse and repeat. They don't want to mess with anyone. They don't want to go out of their way to hurt anybody, but they're not going to go out of the way to help anybody either. Not unless it affects their direct family, their kids, their wife, their husband, grandparents, stuff like that. And a lot of the issues that we have today from Congress are because of cowardice. It's because of people that are cowardly. They don't have any spines. They don't have any, I don't want to put this. They don't have the gumption to go forth and do what is needed to be done or do what's right, do what's moral. I'm not talking about LGBTQ+. I'm not talking about Antifa. I'm not talking about Black Lives Matter. I'm not talking about fourth wave feminism, okay, of the woke PC culture. I'm talking about what's morally right. Everyone knows what's right and what's wrong. But you choose to do what's right and wrong. You have the hard path and you have the easy path. And most people, generally speaking, especially in America today, choose the easy path instead of choosing the hard path. So in this situation, I'm directly speaking to the senators, and I'm speaking to the governors, the judges, the police officers, the FBI agents, the CIA, are people that are supposed to protect us, the people that are supposed to watch out for us, the people that are supposed to be there for us no matter what. What's up, bro? Hey, skinny man, what's going on, dude? We're going to be talking about stuff that I know you like talking about here right now. And I dropped the link, man. If you want to come in, dude, just let me know. But this isn't a main story. I didn't want to find an article and pull this up and talk about it. I just kind of wanted to give you guys my thoughts on this. We need senators that have a backbone. We need senators that be able to speak up and say, enough is enough. Enough with this crap. Enough with this threatening that you're going to cancel everybody. Go ahead. Fucking do it. All right? You want to cancel something? It's going to cost your company billions of dollars to cancel this one guy? Okay, cool. Go ahead and do that. I dare you. Because at the end of the day, all these people care about is money. Whether it's governors or judges or whatever. It doesn't matter. Because it makes you think about people like John Cena. You guys have heard me rip this guy before. What do they have on John Cena that turned him into the simp and the cuck that he is today? He's out there wearing thigh highs and high heels and a skirt for some stunt. They made the great man that was John Cena, the great male figure that was John Cena, become a cuck to the system. He's just a femboy now. Does whatever they say. He was sucking China's dick on freaking live television. And, I mean, when you have stuff like that and you have the senators on, like Kerry, on live television saying things that that they know are not true. That they know. That they honestly know that it's not true, but they say it anyways. When we talk about the unknown virus from the unknown Asian country, or the preventatives that were forced upon us. Get this. So we couldn't spread any disinformation or misinformation about the preventative, right? Without getting canceled. But we were telling people to go to gas station and Walgreens parking lots to get injections from perfect strangers because that was sound advice. That's the thing here. That's what we got. Okay? So a lot of it didn't make any sense. And even when we say it out loud right now, it doesn't make any sense because it's not logical. It's not moral. So a lot of the issues that we're running into with the situation that we're finding ourselves in right now, guys, it's because of cowardice. And this is my message on this. After this, I'll get off my soapbox and I'll move on. There comes a point in time when you got to pick what's right over what's easy. I mean, guys, it's not easy for me to do this. You know, I've got some flack for doing this. All right. I've got some bad emails, you know, it doesn't hurt me, but it happens. But it's not as easy taking time out of my day to do this, but I'm as little, because I don't really think this is much, honestly. I wish there was so much more that I could do to try to help people as much as I can in this hard time that we're going through right now. But you got to take a stand and you got to learn to say enough is enough. I'm done. I'm done with this child game. I'm done with this crap. I'm not going to let you take advantage of me anymore. You're not going to attack my children. You're not going to attack my loved ones. You're not going to attack my wife, my husband. You're not going to come after me because of something that I can't even help. The prejudice that's in our nation right now is appalling. I'm not talking about racism. I'm talking about prejudice. The fact that we just don't like people because of something they have no control over. Anyone that takes one look at me and says, I don't like that guy for absolutely no reason, that's called prejudice. And the only way to beat prejudice is with bravery, conviction. And it's hard. All right? So please, choose to be brave. Don't choose to be a coward. There's nothing virtuous about being a coward. And there's a lot of things that are virtuous about being someone that's brave. Great ones are brave, guys. We don't talk about the cowards except for to make fun of them later on, right? All right, let's get to this first story. In case you guys didn't know, Trump gave a great speech. Let me pause it real quick. This is him right here. It's only about 20 seconds long. Let's get this volume. Here we go. All right. Get this up. And here we go. It kept doing pop-ups. I'm like, get the pop-ups off. It's Twitter. What can you expect? All right, let's see here.
And 2024 is the final battle. That's going to be the big one. You put me back in the White House, their reign will be over, and America will be a free nation once again.
So he basically, I don't want to say he broke the internet or anything because that's just no. But he came out and he basically gave everybody a promise. Because, you know, with DeSantis doing his thing, look at these responses, though. Yawn. Yeah, the deep state is just going to let you win, Donnie. Nope, we're going to make him win. How can we if the elections are rigged? I mean, these are real people. I mean, these are real concerns. I had one guy the day ask me, well, how can we beat someone that has the mail-in ballot system rigged? I'm like, well, I mean, we got to beat them at their own game. Well, which is the truth. We have to beat them at their own game, basically. We start using the same ballot harvesting techniques that they use in every state where it's legal. So is 2020 just going to remain swept under the rug if there's any consequences or arrest for treasonous election fraud? You're beating a dead horse, bro. Just, you got to give it up on that shit. Trump said what is going to be different during the rally today. He said it at least twice. This time, we're going to use various. You know what? I can't even say that. Rabbit harvesting. There you go. Rules to our advantage where they already exist. Not going to happen as long as they control elections, but they don't. How? You said their votes are worthless. I mean, and you know what? This is back and forth. You could probably go through the stream. Like, I like this one. Like, the biggest money laundering scheme. Anyways, okay. All right, enough of that. But the only thing I'm saying is this. Trump's going to make a lot of promises. He's going to come out. The thing with DeSantis is pretty big. DeSantis made a lot of people very angry whenever he said he was going to have absolutely nothing to do with Trump being arrested. One way or another. He wasn't going to stop it, interfere in any way. Okay, whether it was good or bad. That actually lost a lot of people for DeSantis, and it won a lot of people for Trump. Now, there's still things Trump has to own. He's going to have to come out publicly and own warp speed. He's going to have to publicly come out and own the lockdowns. Okay? He's going to have to. And this is going to be just as bad as the other two. He's going to have to come out and say why he didn't fire Fauci. If any of you guys on Trump's campaign ever see any videos about this, hopefully you see other people say this, because a lot of us agree on this. If you guys do those three things, you're probably going to win a lot of your voters back to you, the voters that you've lost. You got to own them, especially the Fauci thing. I mean, that is one evil, short little I can't say that. Oh, I hate you, YouTube. All right, a height-challenged person. Okay? He just looks like he's the kind of guy that sits in his room and does this, I don't know. Maybe. Then again, what do I know? I'm just a, stupid white male. I know nothing. My privileged life has taken the ability away from me to think freely and be able to have a non-biased opinion, because I don't know how racist I actually am, or sexist, or homophobic, or transphobic. None of that, right? All right. So I got two from Daily Wire today. Last week we did, or on Wednesday, we did a whole bunch from left-leaning. So this week I went right-leaning. So let's do this. This is actually pretty cool. All right. It is not free speech to silence others. Judge Kyle Duncan speaks out about mob crashing in Stanford Law School talk. All right. Nice little picture there. All right. Yep. Nice, all pretty. What is that? Yeah. Okay. Federal Judge Kyle Duncan spoke about the recent debacle he suffered during a talk at Stanford University. The University of Notre Dame Center for Citizenship and Constitutional Government hosted a lecture from Duncan Friday. The speech was about his lecture at Stanford Law School earlier this month. When he was shouted down by students and an administrator, Duncan spoke about the consequences and ramifications of free speech that the Stanford debacle highlighted. The importance of today's event, I think, really needs no explanation. Notre Dame professor Philip Munoz said while introducing Duncan, "What happened 2 weeks ago at Stanford Law School raises fundamental questions about free speech and our liberal democracy and how healthy our free speech culture is, especially at our nation's elite schools." Munoz also noted that members of the Stanford Federalist Society were watching the lecture virtually. Duncan began his talk by praising and enduring the tradition of free speech, including student protest. America is a great country where you can harshly criticize federal judges and nothing bad will happen to you. He said, "You might even get praised or promoted. The students at Stanford and other elite schools swim in the ocean of free speech." Because remember, a lot of people have no clue exactly how great they have it. You got 22-year-olds here saying, "Oh my God, we're so impressed. We're so impressed. There's absolutely no way that you guys are living a life of truth if you can't acknowledge the fact that we are the most oppressed people in the world and America is the most racist, horrible place in the world. Go spend a summer in India. Go to South Africa, the country, not the area." I had someone do that today. Anyways, yeah, go to South Africa. Go. Tell me how oppressed you are. Pretentious shooter. But make no mistake, what went on in that classroom on March the 9th had nothing to do with our proud American tradition of free speech, Duncan noted. It was rather a parody of it. Listen closely, ladies and gents. It is not free speech to silence others because you hate them. And if you guys haven't noticed, you're going to see the word hate a lot as we lead up to the election, because they're trying to push this narrative that hate is from the right side, that hate is being pushed by the MAGA supporting Republicans. Okay. If you were to go to a MAGA Trump rally, okay, people will welcome you. They'll say hi to you. They'll give you hugs, shake your hands. Hey, welcome. Oh my God. You go to a Democratic rally right now, not that they're true Democrats, they're screaming and yelling and they're spitting on you, throwing things at you, trying to hurt you physically. Which side sounds like hate? This isn't rocket science. It is not free speech to jeer and heckle a speaker who has been invited to your school so that he can't deliver a talk. It is not free speech to form a mob and hurl taunts and threats that aren't worthy of being written on the wall of a public toilet. It is not free speech to pretend to be harmed by words or ideas you disagree with, and then use that feigned harm as a license to deny a speaker the most rudimentary forms of civility. Silence is violence. Your speech is violence. Saying that is transphobic. Saying that causes violence to trans people. What is a woman? To even ask what is a woman causes violence to trans people? Go fuck yourself. Duncan rebuked the idea that the hecklers were engaging in counterspeech or participating in the marketplace of ideas. Counterspeech means offering a reasoned response to an argument, he said. It doesn't mean screaming, "Shut up, you scum, we hate you," at a distance of 12 feet. The marketplace of ideas describes a free and fair competition among opposing arguments, with the most compelling one, we hope, emerging on the top. What transpired at Stanford was no marketplace. It was more like a flash mob on a shoplifting spree. Now, I am somewhat familiar with this. Okay, what we got? What's up, bro? Listen in while doing taxes. I'm here for some good Sunday racist talk. What time in this stream do the Mexicans speak? Well, I don't know, man. We'll throw down a sombrero and we'll put some burritos around in a circle with some tacos and some hot sauce and some salsa verde. And then we'll play some mariachi music and then we'll see how many we can get. All right? I promise you. All right. And tell your friend, there will be nachos. There will be nachos. This is the alma mater. Oh my God, dude. Man, okay. But to be fair though, bro, there's both a chance that they weren't even from the university. Okay. I mean, let's be honest. All right. I mean, come on, dude. Like, there's a very good chance they came from out of state too, or conglomerated from multiple states. That's how organized these bastards are. All right. And the second thing is, as well, Notre Dame's not exactly what Notre Dame used to be anymore either. There's not a lot of colleges that are, brother. Think about it, you know? Damn, I think it's time for me to stop donating. Or, dude, don't you guys get to go back? Like, you know, I didn't graduate from a college. You know, I went to ITT, so like that's a tech school. So like, but don't you guys get to go back like once a year or something? If you're like a what is it, like, you know, if it's your alma mater and you get to give speeches if you want to, you could do that. I mean, that'd be kind of cool, right? But all right, so here's the way this works. If you guys have ever seen some of the old period piece movies that were based off of you know, nonfiction movies that aren't made up bullshit stories, sci-fi, whatever, you know, I'm not talking about Frankenstein's monster or something like that. But if you've ever seen the auditorium where there's like people sitting up on levels, right? And then there's people walking around at the bottom, and they're exchanging arguments, having a civilized conversation, and the guys would knock on the wood in front of them. Every you know, university had their own thing. Some people would clap, some people would knock, some people they even had like little hammers or you know, little noisemakers of agreements that would kind of go around. And then at the end of much deliberated, how do I want to say this? Honorable discussion, okay? They would choose the argument that fit the narrative. the one that had the more moral standing, the one that made the most sense, the one that most people agreed on. This is not what is happening here. Okay, what is happening here is a group of extreme, let's just call them extremists, okay? Because God knows what name they're going by now. There is a group of extremists that just happen to be very ugly, multiple colored hair. Most of them are, let's just say it for what it is. They don't take exactly the greatest care of themselves. I'm not just talking about being overweight, all right? And some of them are extremely underweight too. I've noticed that too. Some of them are very, very skinny, like no muscle tone, no curves. They're just they look like they're very malnutrition or overnutrition, you know? But their skin always looks bad too. Like they don't have good hygiene. And sometimes when you see their teeth are just, bad. But I'm saying they have a type, okay? Call me whatever you want to call me, okay? Jesus. But they have a type, all right? And they stand in front of these people and they scream these awful obscenities, and they say the worst things to people they don't even know. And they don't even give them a chance to speak. Their whole purpose is to come in and shut down by oppressing them. You guys know that word, right? The oppressors, okay? By oppressing their speech so that they cannot have the ability to speak. And let me be very clear about this. That is fascism. That is the definition of fascism. Okay, overpowering your opponent by not letting him speak his own opinion is fascism, guys. You're not fighting for a cause. You're fighting for fascism. Fascism is evil. Like, when are you guys going to wake the fuck up? You're fighting this narrative for people. You don't even know what the narrative is. You're being controlled by much richer people than yourself. And, you know, the audacity that you have to believe that after 3,000 years of us living in a society with moral standards of Judeo-Christian values built off a Judeo-Christian system, that you can come out in 5 to 10 years and make a better system, dude, that's complete hubris. It's insane to think that your ideas, that you don't like other people, that you hate other people, even though you're pushing this whole hate narrative. You're the ones that hate. You're the ones that do violence. You're the ones that actually hurt and burn down buildings. You're the ones that are sitting there outside of the drag queen story hour, armed to the teeth in full body armor so people don't harm the children. Dude, you got dudes in G-strings reading fucking stories to kids. Who the fuck do you think is harming your kids? You think it's the Christians outside with their Bibles? You think that's who's harming the kids? Or is it the Satanists that are openly worship Satan for after-school activities? Which one is it? You know, make up your mind on this. Because, you know, I know it's a hard decision, but it's there. You got to make a choice. Anyways, kind of went on a rant there. Apologize about that. But it's just, it doesn't make any sense. When you look at it from a certain perspective, everybody know, and this is the cowardice part that I was talking about at the beginning of the show. Look, we all know what's bad and what's good. We all have an innate sense of what is wrong and what is right. Okay? All of us. It's in us. Now, I'm not talking about the people that they're labeled as psychopaths or sociopaths. They have a mental disorder. Understood that. But every human being from the day that they're born, when they become emotionally conscious, you know, it's children. We know what's right and wrong. A child that breaks something tries to hide it from his or her parents because they know it's wrong. They know they broke a vase. They don't want their mom and dad to know because they know that it was wrong and they don't want to get in trouble. Again, not rocket science. This is pretty basic. All right. This is one of those things where everybody knows what's going on. The emperor is not wearing his clothes, and no one wants to say it. You know, I don't agree with a lot of the things that come out of some of these really famous podcasters, but some of them lately have been calling these guys out, and they've been right. You know, how long are you guys going to let us? This is directly again to the government and to the people in government that are supposed to protect us. How long are you going to let us get taken advantage of by these people? I mean, what's going to have to happen? Are we going to have starving food lines? I mean, do we need to see the Holocaust again? What's the next step, guys? What's it going to take for the Lakes and the Shapiros, okay, to be mainstream? Okay, I don't necessarily like Tucker Carlson that much. I mean, I think he's kind of a bully on his show sometimes. But dude, lately that guy's been rolling 20s, man. You D&D guys know what I'm talking about. He's been rolling 20s. Boom, boom, critical hits every single time. Boom. It's like an epic level character with a reroll. It's insane. And he's been knocking him out. And they've been threatening him, haven't they? They've been coming after him, trying to make him sound like he's a terrorist. It's like, dude, he's on a news station saying things that are right. You had people during the summer of love just talking about how bad Trump was. You know, to this day, I've still never seen on CNN that video of the old people getting pushed down by Antifa. Isn't that weird? I've never seen that. I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I could not have seen it. Maybe they aired it for like 5 seconds, but I never saw it. I don't remember them ever playing the Asian guy. I always forget his name. He's the Antifa expert. He's been on Timcast. He's been on several people's platforms. And he was beaten in the street by Antifa members in front of police officers. They fractured his skull in 3 places. He walked himself to the ER. I've said this. This is probably like the 3rd time I've said this. They didn't play that on CNN. As a matter of fact, they called him a bunch of names after he got out of the hospital. And they made fun of him, but they never told the story about what happened to him. He had to go on other platforms to have that story told. Isn't that weird? Anyways, moving on. I don't know why that is. I mean, maybe because they're trying to push some narrative and brainwash the people that are watching their shows, because no one on that show could think for themselves because they've been trained to actually think for what the other person wants to think that's talking to them on the tube. It's not all their fault, guys. It really isn't. It really isn't all their fault. It's just, at a certain point, it becomes incredibly frustrating because you do want to know when they're going to come back, when they're going to see the light. And you do want to know that they're going to be okay, because not all these people are bad. They've just been lied to for so long, they can't tell the difference between the truth and a lie. All right. I have actually never talked about birth control before and the effects it has on women. But if you guys don't know, birth control, I don't know if there's hundreds, but there are several different kinds of birth control women can take. I mean, obviously, look at the picture here. Okay, but I know there's at least dozens. There could be hundreds. I would have to check on that. But birth control for years has been theorized and actually proven by certain scientists and doctors that it has major effects on women's psychology, their mood swings, their hormone levels, all of that. If you raise your estrogen too high, obviously you're not going to have a baby. Just like a dude, if his testosterone's too high, he won't be able to have a kid. But this is interesting. Certain birth control pills increase risk of breast cancer by up to 30%. University of Oxford researchers find. There is a relative increase of around 20 to 30% in breast cancer risk associated with current or recent use of either combined or progestogen-only contraceptives. I guess that means, digesting it. But, like whenever we start talking about the starches and the MSG and sucralose, dextrose, and then we start talking about the rise in heart disease because of people being overweight, because brain flash, okay, the number one cause of heart disease is being fat. It is. Okay? That's the number one cause of heart disease. Guess what the number one killer in the United States of America is? You got it, Johnny. Heart disease. Yeah, crazy. But when you add in things like this, that, the increase in breast cancer, because there has been an increase in cancer across the board. There's been an increase in cancer. What was that, 5 episodes ago? We talked about the increase in cancer. So, and women are some of the ones affected most by the increase in cancer. It's women's breast cancer first, and then it's men's prostate. Is that a coincidence? I don't think so. So this is another nail in that coffin. If we want to step into the world of conspiracy theories, which let me just make one up right now. This is total BS. Okay. This is crap. It's Minecraft. It's all crap. All right, guys, and YouTube, this is not real. I'm spitballing. This is a hypothetical. Okay. Keep your panties on. All right. But let's just say there's a giant organization funded by a small group of men and women that have trillions of dollars to their, benefit, and they can use whenever they want. And they devise a couple hundred different tactics to be able to make us weaker, fatter, slower, and more dumb. Okay, to lower our IQ and to get rid of a certain percentage of our population from disease, cancer, and other illnesses that I just can't name right now. All right. Wouldn't that seem a little conspiratorial? But then what if we slowly but surely started pointing out these facts because they are actually happening? And then everything, instead of being a coincidence, becomes a fact because it's real. Like birth control causing between 20 and 30% of increase in cancer in women and their breasts. Kind of crazy. Hormonal contraceptives come with an increased risk of breast cancer, according to a new study conducted by researchers from the University of Oxford. It's a little crazy, guys. Okay, we got Oxford on our side now. Okay, the study published in PLOS Medicine on Tuesday showed an increased risk of around 20 to 30% in breast cancer linked to current or even recent use of hormonal birth control pills, including combined estrogen and progestogen birth control pills and progestin-only contraceptives. The study's abstract said the findings show the current or recent use of progestogen-only contraceptives is associated with a slight increase in breast cancer risk, which is similar in magnitude to the associated with combined hormonal contraceptives. Notably, progestogen-only contraceptives use has substantially increased in recent years. Now, I disagree with this, okay? 20% is not a slight increase. 1 to 3% would be a slight increase, okay? But if, I don't know how many women use birth control, but let's say it's 30% of the female population use birth control. What is that? That would be half of 330 million, right? So we've got 165 million, 30% of that is 30, half. So let's say 45 million women. On a high end, on a low end, it'd be like 34, right? 34 million. Yeah, I would disagree with you to say that that's a slight increase, but that's just me. All right. Jesus. What is wrong with you MFers, man? Stupid motherfuckers, man. All right. Notably, progesterone-only contraception has substantially increased in recent years. Researchers also found that the risk of breast cancer in premenopausal women taking these forms of birth control increased with age. Given that so it would change with age. Nice. The underlying risk of breast cancer increases with advances. That makes sense, though, because you can fight off things easier when you're younger. The absolute excess risk associated with the use of either type of oral contraceptive of either type of oral contraceptive is estimated to be smaller in women who use it at younger rather than older ages, the paper said. The new findings, combined with past research on hormonal contraceptives, suggest the 15-year absolute excess risk of breast cancer associated with use of oral contraceptives ranges from 8 per 100,000 users for use from age 16 to 20. But 265 per 100. Jesus. What is that by? Wait, hold on. Hang on. I can't do that math in my head. I mean, numbers are great whenever I can calculate them. Okay, so we're doing this. 265 divided by 8. That's a 33 by. So when you go from 16 to 20, and then you get to 35 to 39, your chances increase by a 33 by. Or not chances, the amount per 100,000. But it's only a slight increase. The heightened risk is found to gradually decrease in years after women stop taking the contraceptives. I've always said use a rubber. I've always said that. I don't even like the little tea thing they put in you. I don't like that either because that's got like some kind of radioactive shit. Researchers based their findings on data from nearly 30,000 women, 9,498 women who developed invasive breast. How is that a small amount? I still don't understand they're saying it's a small amount. I don't get that. That's like 30. That's like 30%. Ages 20-49 and 18-47 without breast cancer of similar age. Okay. Wow. That's some bad news for the titties there, man. Oh no, don't be sorry. No, you're fine. Oh man. I remember we were trying to do it new at 1:00 anyways. I was kind of hoping our buddy would be here. Judge said do 1:00. Maybe he forgot, but if you see Judge later, anybody just tell him I said what's up if he doesn't make it today. We're because we're doing a little bit constricted podcast because this is busy season. And my slower seasons, I promise to go back to the longer podcast, but with work the way it is now, especially the attention to detail that I have to do on each job, I have to have more time with work. I know I promised you guys I would stay and do as much as I can. I did get some complaints about not being able to do some of the cast. Guys, I promise you, I'm here as much as I can be. Okay. And I know I haven't been making a lot of videos lately, but guys, I'm literally up at 4:00 in the morning. I'm in bed by 8:30, 9:00 to be back up again at 4:00 in the morning. That's my day every day. So do not worry about being late here. You are awesome. I love it every time that you're here. And also, guys, don't forget about the email. Don't forget about sharing the videos. The more we share these videos, the more people get the information. If you guys want to take the clips of the videos and send certain parts to people, I don't care. Do whatever you want. You've got carte blanche with me, man. I don't care. This is not about money. This is not about popularity. This is about getting the stories out there to people that don't hear them, or in the cases I think everybody is starting to kind of come to understand, the people that literally have no ability to hear them. Not because they don't have the capabilities, but because they just do this, So that's what makes it more important. But I hope you're doing good. I hope everything's going well with you. All of you. Becca, it's good to see you as always. All right, so let's see here. This was cool. This is not I was kind of doing I didn't want to go all serious today. I kind of want to do some lighthearted stuff. This is pretty awesome. For those of you out there like me that are kind of like the geek jock, I love it when I see stuff like this. This is so cool. 5 planets will stage a rare spectacular event in the night sky on March 28th. I will be outside watching this. If I can get it, if I can find someone with a telescope, I want to see this. But so what's going to happen is on the 28th, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Uranus. Yes, I said it. Go ahead. Do your thing. All right. We'll line up together in the night sky on March 28, 2023. Stargazers will be able to see this rare, spectacular event with these 5 planets arranged in the shape of an arc. Dude, that's going to be so cool. This kind of stuff geeks me out. I'm sorry. I've always been like this. When it comes to like sci-fi stuff, horror movies, remember I played Magic Together and I played D&D. I have a comic collection. I collect figures. I mean, dude, this kind of stuff, I love this stuff. I love geeking out with this kind of stuff. If you do not want to miss out on the once-in-a-lifetime event, astronomers recommend strong binoculars and a good spot to watch it from. Well, which way do I have to be facing, though? That's the question. Stargazers worldwide have marked March 28th on their calendars for a once-in-a-lifetime cosmic spectacular. You know what? I bet you I can find one of those the dome places that do it. I bet you I can find one, dude, and just go there and do it on March 28th. Described as one another spectacular cosmic event to happen in the last I guess I wrote it wrong. In the last week of March 2023, 5 planets, including Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Uranus. Yes, I said it again. Will be aligned in an arc from along with the moon after sunset on March 28th. Different international media reports describe it as an extremely rare astronomical event. How will these planets look like? Among the 5 planets to align in the sky, Venus will be the brightest, which will appear to the upper left. Jupiter and Mercury, due to its dazzling brilliance, Venus can be spotted through the naked eye. Nice. Also, reports say that Jupiter will look brighter than Mercury. Uranus will be very difficult to spot with the naked eye without the help of any visual aids. Reports say that Uranus will appear faintly near Venus. Mars will be seen very high in the sky with a noticeable hue. The arc-shaped alignment of these 5 planets will be seen starting from just above the horizon to stretching much higher in the sky and reaching the quarter moon. That's cool, man. Can I pull this up? I don't want to blow it up. But that's cool. I don't know if you guys like that kind of stuff. I forgot to throw it in there. So we've got Venus, Jupiter, Neptune, Mars. What is that one? Mercury. Okay. Doesn't look like Mercury. Mars, Neptune, Jupiter, Venus. Anyways. So yeah, dude, that is so cool. Anyway, I just thought I'd throw it in there. Thought it was kind of cool to do that kind of stuff. Oh shit, lost everybody. Let's see here. 4 a.m. Jesus Lord, no wonder the whole people kicked my ancestors. Well, hey, you know what, man? I do gotta say this. Like on Sundays, I usually sleep till about 5:30, and I feel like I've wasted the day when I sleep till 5:30. Seriously, ever since I started getting up at 4, I hit the gym first thing, when I get up in the morning. It really does feel good, dude. It really does. And then the rest of the day, you just, coast and do your thing and make sure that you follow your plan or whatever it is you got. But yeah, man, it's cool. If you've never tried waking up at 4 a.m., I recommend everybody try it. Anyone can try anything for 30 days, okay? Anyone. No matter what. You can do something for 30 days. Try waking up at 4 a.m. for 30 days. Go to bed at 9:30, wake up at 4. Just try it. See what happens. Right. Hey, you know what? All right, you get that one. That is true. Because I don't think I've ever talked to anyone. Shit, the Russians developed a system, a rating system, okay, breaking into people's houses, okay, during the Cold War, shit like that, going in between 3 and 4 a.m. Seriously, white people. I'm not watching your initial binoculars. Yeah, you had it. I knew you were going to do something like that. I knew you were. All right. Okay, here we go. All right, so that's it for the news. Now we're doing cool YouTube. All right. Sorry I'm moving so fast, guys, but like I said, I got to do stuff. So, all right. So we're going to be all over today, but you're going to kind of sense a little bit of theme coming up. So check this out. Whoop.
I've been cheated on, and I'm trying to tell you guys why men cheat, and you refuse to accept what I'm telling you.
But there's also like the exception, like sex
Men don't
addicts.
cheat for the same reasons women do. You guys cheat for emotional reasons. Men cheat just because we want to fuck another girl. It's very physical with men.
I hate men.
Yeah.
I literally hate men.
Hold on. You make a lot of money on OnlyFans, right?
Yeah.
You do realize the reason why you make a lot of money on OnlyFans is because the men are only attracted to you physically. They don't give a fuck about what you think or what you say. Okay, so your own business is contingent upon men's need for physicality.
I understand that, but
And she's like, I understand that, but I mean, I gotta make money and shake my booty, right? Yeah, it's always good for them, not good for us, right? Women can have standards, men can't have standards. When we have standards, we're sexist and we're pigs and we're the worst thing possible. I hate men. Hear them? Oh my god, I hate men. It's like, what? Because I mean, women cheat more than men now. So, wait, what are you saying? I don't understand. So you hate men because they cheat for non-emotional reasons? I would argue and say that that's a lot worse. Because when a chick cheats on you, relationship's over. It's done. There is no more relationship. When she has decided to cheat on her man, it has become now the other man in the relationship. Dudes, we stick it and we leave. We're out. We're done. We only attach ourselves to one woman. That's all we do. That's just how we are. It's how we're built. Okay, let's see here. Oh, this one was okay. Now, before we throw the freaking memes out, before we start blowing this one up, okay, check, just hear it out, all right? Just watch. Because remember what I've said, prison is supposed to be for rehabilitation. We're not supposed to send them there just for punishment or so they can like get, graped by other dudes, okay? Prison is supposed to be for rehabilitation. Check this out. Prisoners with cats. It's not a play.
Every prisoner in this prison has a cat. However, only well-behaved inmates have the opportunity to own one. If a prisoner who owns a cat behaves badly, the cat will be taken back at any time. A lot of people are afraid those prisoners will hurt those animals. But surprisingly, these former criminals are very gentle with them. Each inmate shows remarkable enthusiasm to adopt stray cats. They study and work hard to earn cash just to buy new clothes and their favorite cat food. They patiently clean their ears and fur, save money to buy them toys, and even install cat climbing frames for them.
Okay, maybe some of that's a little excessive, okay? But I think that's kind of cool. I mean, the way I've always viewed it is I kind of view it the way the Mongolians did. When the Mongolians would send people to prison, it would be basically for dishonoring themselves, right? Like, because Mongolians were a warrior tribe. So, like, when the Mongolians would send you to prison, they want you to earn your honor back. So when you come back from prison, they would give you money, give you a title, give you a job because you're rehabilitated. You need to join society again. Look at what we do to prisoners. Man, you can't even get a job when you get out. They're like, oh, you're a felon? Oh. You paid your debt to society? Well, fuck you. I'm not hiring you. You're going to steal from me. These guys, I guarantee you, a majority of them, not all, obviously, because there's always going to be the 10% rule, but a majority of these guys, that cat teaches them, look, you got to be responsible, you know, like you're responsible for me, and my job is to help you understand that you're human, that you're still human. A lot of the times we treat, you know, the inmates as if they're monsters, as if they're just not human anymore, subhumans, if you will. Oh, wrong one. There we go. All right. Oh, yeah. I titled this one, Remember, Always Do Your Own Research. Okay? I know you guys hear me say that all the time. I know I'm a broken record, but remember, always do your own research, please. If you see something and it sounds kind of weird, look it up. Listen to what Pro's got to say.
I'm not pushing men's narrative. I'm pushing what's true. Look, if a man's a bum, the world will tell him really quick that he's a bum. But some of you are female bums, like the equivalent of a female bum. And you don't know, you think you're tens. I mean, how many of you guys call, I'm not going to say her name because I don't want this TikTok to get taken down, but a large celebrity, you call her a 10. Now, this is the problem. If anything, I'm more on women's side because I say we shouldn't live in delusion. But men, when they make a choice and it's a negative choice, reality hits them hard and they face the consequences of those in the world. Women don't. We're just allowed to live in delusion by simps. We're allowed to live in delusion by other women. And it's not kind. It's not honest. And at least I'll come here and tell you what's true.
Yeah. Okay. Remember, truth does not mean nice. When someone says, I'm going to be honest with you, that does not mean I'm going to be nice to you. Okay? That we have misconstrued that shit. Okay? If you are brutally honest with someone, it means you're honoring them. You are giving them the ability to have a conversation devoid of lies, devoid of misconduct, devoid of sleight of hand, if you will. Okay? A lot of people will be like, oh, you're perfect the way you are. The fuck you are? I was so mad when I got back from the Philippines and I saw like some of the pictures I took there and I saw myself from like the face down. Oh my God, all my buddies. I'm like, why didn't you tell me I was, because, you know, I work out all the time. You know, I thought I was eating right? No. And since I got back from the Philippines, I have been on a mission to destroy my gut. On a mission to destroy it. Okay? You got to face the things about you that are bad. And ladies, hate to break it to you, but you ain't 10s. 10s are perfection. Okay? If there is an angel that comes down from heaven, all right, and it's a chick, that's a 10. It's a supernatural being. There was this creature in D&D called a nymph. Okay? Those were like 11s because you would literally look at them and you would get mesmerized unless you were a paladin. Okay? Because of their beauty. They had like a 22 charisma. You were screwed. Okay? They were incredibly selfish and thought incredibly highly of themselves. Gee, what's that sound like to you? You guys are getting 200 DMs on Instagram every day. You're thinking that you're, you know, like 10s and you're not. You're 3s, 4s. Then you go and you put on makeup and you become 5s. Okay? Here's a tip, ladies. Dudes don't give a crap what you look like with makeup on. Okay? Simps do. Okay? Cucks do. All right? Men, you don't give a shit. Okay? We care about what you look like when you wake up in the morning. That's what we care about. Okay? It's called natural beauty. Those people that you see on the Whatever podcast and you see on all these podcasts, they've got like, 2 hours worth of professional makeup artists putting on their face? What do you think they look like before they come on those podcasts? And then like, oh, I'm a 10. Even when making up, they're like 5s. That one girl that's been on like at whatever, like 5 times now, the one that cucks out her boyfriend, dude, she's like a 2. And when she puts on makeup, she barely goes to 3.5. Okay. But she's like, oh, I'm a beautiful woman and lots of guys like me. No, dudes jack off to you while you're getting pounded by another guy. Okay. And she cucks out her boyfriend. She brought him on the podcast, by the way. He's like sitting there and he's all, oh, yeah, man, I totally support her. Yeah. Oh, I don't care that other dudes shove their dicks inside of her. No, I'm totally cool. I support her. No, bro, you're soulless. You're like if you guys ever had a peanut shell and you open it up and there's no peanut, dude, you're that peanut shell. All I'd have to do is like just do this and you're out. Nothing in you. You just crumble. It's so disturbing. The redhead, the one that looks really ugly, the one that's like, she kind of has that face like somebody hit her with a shovel. She has the hair that kind of comes down like this. She's been sitting in the same seat every time too. She's the one that has the boyfriend on the latest podcast with her. All right. Where she's like, well, no, I can have sex with as many men as I want on my podcast. He can't touch any other women though. He's wearing like the black shirt. Remember? He's like, that's what it looks like when he's sitting there. He's in the corner. Yeah. Check it out. If you haven't seen that one, dude, it's cringe. It's like level 100 cringe, man. It's bad. Like really bad. And you know, what's his name? The guy that runs the show, is it Craig or whatever? Dude, he tries, man. He's like, bro. And he gives him all these counterpoints, you know, and he's just like, no, we need the money. And her excuse for going on OnlyFans was because their lifestyle wasn't up to her standards. We're just gonna blow up. The comments are coming. I'm telling you, the comments are coming. Oh, this one's hard. Okay, so no, this one's funny first, and then we're gonna do kind of a hard one. Okay, so I know, I play with your emotions a lot, but like I said, I always promised you brutal reality. Nothing much. But this one's good. So laugh at this one first.
I don't remember what happened at the Oscars when Will Smith slapped Chris Rock. Chris Rock came out with his comedy special on Netflix. So he finally had something to say. Will Smith is embarrassed and hurt over Chris Rock's comments in his Netflix special. You hurt and embarrassed. You actually went on live television and slapped a dude, but you're hurt and embarrassed. The nerve, the audacity.
One thing, you're not hurt and embarrassed, Will Smith. And as you guys have heard me say, dude, I loved Will Smith growing up, dude. Bad Boys, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I listened to his music. He was someone that we wanted to be like. You know, he was a role model. Dude, you've lost your way, bro. Dude, you are a great man in Hollywood. Your wife ain't shit. So if you're hurt and embarrassed, it's because you're fucking your wife and you know other dudes have been inside her since she's broken the holy matrimony. And then you covered it all up to try to save face. That's why you're hurt. Has nothing to do with Chris Rock, bro. You should be in jail for what you did to Chris Rock.
Audacity. You know what, Will? You smacked the wrong person. The person you should have smacked was right beside you.
Boom!
Look what that bitch did to you. Chris Rock, one of the best comedians all the time, talking shit about your family. And it's all because your wife. You know what's crazy, man? For years, you know, black people have been complaining that, oh, we don't get no Oscars. We don't get no nominations. We don't get no recognition. The one damn Oscars y'all get, y'all got a comedian, a black comedian, hosting the entire event. You got a black man win it. What happened? Y'all up on stage slapping and shit at each other. White people like, this is why we don't give you
representation. That was for you, Gary. That is so wrong. Oh, that's good shit. Okay, here's a hard one. You know, and we've discussed several things before about this, and we've talked about women and their struggles and men and their struggles, and this one's about men's struggles. A lot of men live lives of quiet desperation, guys. Most men don't complain. Most men don't talk about things that bother them. You know, we don't talk about things that upset us or things that make us sad. We don't talk about things that bring us down. I mean, dude, why do you think everyone's always so surprised whenever they find their buddy gone, you know, because of, you know, something he did to end his life? You know, it's hard. Okay. So just let's get through this. I know this is going to be difficult. So here we go. All right.
That most men live lives of quiet desperation. It's one of my favorite quotes ever because it's true. And I've been that guy. You're just in this world where you just can't wait to just run away.
And how do people get stuck there?
Bills.
Bills, like financial bills?
Mhm.
Right?
Yeah. Bills and
interesting.
commitment. You have an apartment you have to pay for. You have a car you leased. You have a wife that you have to feed. You have a child you have to raise. You have your mortgage. You have your this. You have your that. And that's where it all comes from. The way you can change is you have to put aside enough money to give yourself a window. And then you have to have a plan. And you have to spend all your waking hours outside of whatever shit job you do planning your escape. And you have to come to the realization very clearly that you fucked up and you got yourself stuck. So whatever you're doing, you have to do it like your life depends on it.
Yes.
Whatever time that you have to attack like you're trying to save the world.
I mean, because here's the deal. A lot of people don't understand this, okay? Like, men have to have a purpose. We have to know, one, that we're useful, okay? You want to make a dude's day? You want to make a man that you care about's day. Men, women, moms, dads, aunts, uncles, grandpas, whoever's watching me. You want to make a person's day, a man, okay? You tell him that he has done something for you that is great. Something, even if it's in the past. A man knowing that he's useful to the people that he cares about is one of the, if not the most important things you can say or do for a man. Okay? You know, I've heard we're going to watch a video on Samuel later. You know, Pearl talks about something Samuel said. But Samuel used to talk about this all the time. You know, men are very simple creatures. We want peace, we want booty, and we want food. That's pretty much a dude, all right? You know, we're not complicated. But in order to get those things, even though they're very simple, we have to work exorbitantly hard in order to get them. It's just the way it is. Working on Sundays when nobody else is working on Sundays. You know, what did we just talk about with me? I'm getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday. I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning every other day of the week except for Sunday. You know, I mean, dude, we have to do all of this to be successful. And Joe is not wrong. To the young men out there that watch my shows, all right, thank you, first off. But when I tell you to live every day if it is your last, and cherish every single waking moment that you have, I am not joking. You hustle, bro. You get out there and you hump it, okay? You know, like that's a Marine thing, humping, okay? We put on a big 200, 300-pound pack with 115 pounds of gear, and we go for 25, 30, 35 miles, okay? At like 4 miles an hour. All right, we stop like every hour. It's crazy, dude. It's insane the things that we can do when we train our bodies to do it. You hump it, okay? Because at a certain point, when you do things in a row, you set it up, boom, boom, boom. What did I say earlier? Do something for 30 days. Anyone can do anything for 30 days. Anyone, okay? Do it for 30 days. And when you do it for 30 days, it becomes a part of your life and it becomes a part of your routine. And it makes you better if it's a positive habit. Obviously, if you're slaughtering baby seals because you like the way they scream, that's not a good habit, okay? Just saying. You know, that's for the psychos out there. But my point is this. Look, if you want to change your life, the only person that can change your life is you. I mean, obviously there are extreme circumstances, but look, no one's going to come in and help you change your life. All right. I mean, you can win the lottery. You can inherit money from someone dying, I guess. But you know, we're not talking about that. Okay. If you don't like your job, okay. Remember the old saying, you don't dress for the job you have, you dress for the job you want. They're not necessarily talking about your clothes. If you don't like your job, if you don't like the amount of money you make, then find out a way to get a better job and make more money. Do research, read books, figure it out. Because I promise you, if you take time out of your day, what was it? Some famous doctor said this, or psychologist said this. Okay, take 30 minutes out of your day to improve yourself or learn a way to improve yourself. Just 30 minutes. Sit down for 30 minutes and get on your phone that you're on all day anyways, looking at porn or video game reviews or watching the latest TikTok videos, all right? Get on your phone and read an article for 30 minutes, something that educates you and makes you smarter and gives you information that you didn't have before. No shit. All right? You'll be amazed what happens. Just saying. Don't live a life of quiet desperation. If you do, you're just going to become a statistic, man. And then at the end of your life, you'll look back and you're going to have regrets. And you don't want regrets. All right. So, this is one I was talking about. This is Papa Samuel. The 4 shaming tactics of women. Okay? Listen up, gents. This is how you spot a bad woman versus a good woman. Okay? All right? This is very important. Those women out there that are full of that negative energy, look, they might have a great ass. They might look amazing, but you're just going to end up getting divorced from them if you marry them, and they're going to take everything you have.
So Kevin Samuels had a phrase called shame, insult, guilt, and need to be right. And these are the 4 things that women do when they really don't have an argument. So when you say something and it is true, and it might be an uncomfortable truth, they'll do these 4 things. So here, shame. Why is she so obsessed with other women? No. Okay. Why are you single? No. Insult. So then, they'll call me ugly. We've seen that happen so many times on here. Then they'll try to make you feel guilty. Well, I had this sob story, so I need to act this way. Need to be right. Needing to be right at all costs, even if they're looking at facts, data, and statistics that don't back up their point of view.
So the only thing you should take from this is this, okay? Don't let someone shame you for what you want. Look, if you want a certain thing from a woman, if there's a certain value you want, some guys it's kids, some guys it's marriage, some guys it's loyalty, whatever it is, okay? Don't let someone shame you for that. Women like men that are taller than them. They like their men to make more money than them. They like men that are more successful than them, stronger, faster, okay? A lot of women like men that are much more assertive, okay? Dominant. They enjoy being submissive to their men, all right? Nothing wrong with us having standards too. If a woman can say, I want a dude to make over $300,000, then you could say, I want a woman to have this standard. And don't ever feel guilty about it. That's all I'm saying. All right. Next. All right. Oh, this was good. Okay. If you guys have not heard of the term porch pirate, let me educate you. Porch pirates are the people that professionally steal packages from Amazon and mail that are left on the front porch. I'm sure you've seen it in your neighborhoods or whatever, but you'll drive down the street and there's going to be multiple houses at the end of a busy workday that have giant stacks of packages in the front door because no one's come home yet. There are people that professionally go by and steal these packages. So much so, there's even a dude on YouTube that created the porch bomb, and it's a glitter bomb. So when the people get home, there's a camera and it shoots glitter all over them with like some kind of weird sticky surface. So it sticks all over them and they track it. And then the police go and arrest them and they get hauled out whenever they're covered in glitter. It's actually pretty cool. Check it out. Anyways, listen, this one's great. Porch pirate messes with the wrong man's package.
In this video, a porch pirate messes with the wrong old man. A suspected porch pirate pulls up in a silver SUV. And he walks up the driveway unsuspecting with intention to steal the package that's sitting there on the porch.
Looks like it
could be a laptop or something like that. Little does he know, this old man was ready for him.
He cocked that motherfucker. Did you see that shit?
You gonna lost your motherfucking mind. You gonna come up on my and touch my you love.
The old man practiced great trigger discipline.
Kept his fingers straight off the trigger till he was ready to fire.
You see this fucker just try.
In this video,
he's like, that's great, man. I'm sorry, but that's great. I love that dude, right? Yeah. They've actually said that to Myron and Fresh on the show, dude. Swear, dude. Swear. They've been like, who hurt you? Who hurt you? Yes. I mean, I know they keep you guys from having you guys can have knives, right? But you can't have any firearms. Only military and can have firearms. But your police, can your police have firearms too? I can't remember. It's been a while since I've looked at your laws, but I know that they regulate you guys like bad on that kind of stuff. I can't remember if you're one of the countries that you can't have any violence at all, even if you're attacked. But there are countries also that even if you're attacked, like you can't fight back. Yeah. See? Yeah. So it's, and then now in Europe, so Europe banned all weapons, right? Like all guns. Okay. They're gone. No guns are allowed. Well, when they banned guns, stabbings and other forms of weapons went up by 800%. Okay. So now they're trying to ban all knives in Europe. I think it was in New Zealand where they actually did ban all knives, all knives, even butcher knives and stuff. It's somewhere crazy. I can't remember where it is, but no, I think that's funny. Let's unarm everyone because, other countries will respect you if you're in arms. I saw this really cool picture. My buddy sent it to me right before the podcast. In the world, the combined military has 133 million guns. In America, the civilians have over 400 million guns. I mean, hey, land of the free, right? I love it, dude. I love it. Excuse me. All right. Okay. This one is for any of the 304. By the way, if you guys don't know what 304 means hoe. It's hoe upside down, spelled backwards, so they could say it on YouTube. But that was before they unreleased it. Now we can say whore on YouTube now. So, but this is for all of the whores out there that are on OnlyFans. Okay. You seem to think that when you meet a guy, he's not going to care about your past and being sexually promiscuous on your platform, that he's only going to care about the fact that you're successful. Please listen up. All right. Because we need to understand this. We need to understand how to come back to the traditional values. We need to understand how to take care of each other, both men and women. I'm not saying that, dude, you guys hear me harp on men all the time. All right. Men need to understand how to treat women too. Not saying that, but women, your job is also to understand how to treat your man and know how to be able to attract a man. So please listen up.
What makes you 1% woman? That's what I was going to ask you.
Being natural, my financials.
Are you aware that men don't care about a woman's financials? What actually makes a woman 1% woman are things that women typically don't tend to highlight. Compliant, feminine, attractive, fit, not promiscuous.
Willing to hear the words no.
Following his lead. These are things that make a woman 1%. Attraction, ladies, is not symmetrical. If I want a woman that's feminine, submissive, and attractive and cute, the woman is within her right to want a male that's masculine, dominant, and a leader. We complement each other. We're very different. The things that you want are what men want. You might say to yourself, I'm a 1% woman, but that's false. The market dictates your value, not you. Men have to deal with this reality that the market dictates our value. Because guess what? If I'm broke, short, ugly, girls don't date me.
Yep. If you're broke, short, and ugly, women are going to ignore you. If you're fat and unattractive, don't have any money, women do not pay attention to you. Now, does that mean all women? Of course not. There's always exceptions to the rule, but that's not the norm. Okay. We talk about this all the time. I'm always getting on young men about this. Dude, a chick ain't going to walk into your mom's basement wearing thigh highs and high heels, banging body saying, hey, stud, come grab me. No. You're playing video games, eating Hot Pockets, putting on a pound a week. Guess what, MFer? Dude, you're going to look like a fucking retard. And no chick's going to check you out. This ain't hard to figure out. Okay. Same thing goes for the females. If you're running through 10 dudes a year, you're showing your ass on Instagram, you're taking cock on freaking OnlyFans as part of your job, doesn't matter how much money you have. She said natural, which I'm guessing, I didn't watch the whole podcast. I'm guessing she's being no breast implants, stuff like that. I don't know how much makeup she's wearing, but I think that's what she's talking about. That's great too. She is correct. A lot of guys like natural women. We just talked about that earlier, but I don't care if you have money. That's not my money. You're not going to give me any of it. And if you were to give me some, it'd make me feel like a POS. I would feel like less of a man because a woman would be taking care of me. That's not sexist to say, okay? Men naturally gravitate towards needing to be able to be useful. And if there's nothing for them to do, they degrade. They get fat, okay? They lose themselves. They lose their identity. That's not healthy for anyone. And then the woman 7 years down the road is going, ew, he is not the man that I fell in love with. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, I know it's crazy, right? All right, so Mrs. Reed is mad again. You know what? I've never seen this guy before. National Review. I don't know, or National Review. I've never seen this guy before, but I caught this clip. I thought it was pretty cool. All right, so check it out. Let me know what you think. I'm gonna start looking for more from National Review because I liked it. You know, Reed's the one that said that the American flag is racist and we shouldn't fly it, we shouldn't wear it. That's one of the main reasons why I bought so many shirts that have the American flag on them, and I wear it proudly. Still,
he's turning Florida into a right-wing paradise where the focus isn't on healthcare or jobs or taxes or infrastructure or I don't know, hurricane or
that's completely incorrect. Number one, he literally focuses on infrastructure, jobs. They have some of I think they have do they have the lowest unemployment rate in the entire United States of America? Okay. He focuses on education too. All right. And yeah, they get hit with hurricanes every year. I would say they probably have to focus on that too, Mrs. Reed. As a matter of fact, if you guys recall, they had that massively bad hurricane that just came through there. He had everything wrapped up, taken care of, and done as far as getting everybody brought in. He waived the licensing for people to go into the state of Florida so he could get everything repaired within like 2 weeks. So again, no one's going to go check these facts. They're just going to listen to Mrs. Reed.
flood insurance in one of the most natural disaster-prone states in the country. You know, normal governor stuff. But rather on the right-wing culture wars and nothing but the right-wing culture.
The reason why he's shaking his head at that, I work in insurance with what I do. Most states do not allow flood insurance with insurance companies, or the insurance companies will not allow people to get flood insurance through them. Like, for instance, in Texas, down in Southeast Texas, you have to find, because they're so prone to flooding, you have to find a separate insurance company that does only flood insurance. It's the same thing in Florida. And I bet you, and I guarantee you, I haven't lived there, but I guarantee you, especially on the coastlines. So again, she's stating kind of a fact that has nothing to do with DeSantis.
Culture wars. And he's ticking all the boxes. Not only is he banning books about history and any mention of the existence of gay people from Florida schools, he's barring public high schools from teaching AP African American studies.
Actually, the unemployment rate in Florida is 2.6%. More people moved there in 2022 than any other state. Its crime rate is now the lowest in 50 years. Its public schools are among the top ranked in the country. And DeSantis got high marks for his hurricane response last year, after which the state reformed flood insurance. He's not banning history books. He just wants to keep inappropriate material out of the hands of young kids. And he asked for changes in the curriculum of that African American studies course that the College Board has actually made. Besides that, great job, Joe.
Yeah, she had everything wrong. CRT being taught versus actual African American history, and the banning of the books was based off of the genderqueer. So again, and the reason why I play these videos is so that I can try to help you understand the people that are yelling at us, and the people that are trying to call us racist, sexist, homophobic, transphobic, stuff like that. It's not that they're bad, guys. They're not evil people. I'm not talking about Antifa or Black Lives Matter or the fourth wave feminist, okay? I'm not talking about them, all right? I'm talking about the normal everyday person that's being lied to by people just like Reed, okay? She takes blatant facts, misconstrues them, and sells them as the truth. And they believe it. Because why not? It's the news. You have people that watch the news for 50, 60 years. Why would they change their habits? Okay? So think about that whenever you're hearing some of these guys yell at you. I'm not saying to sit there and let them yell at you. I'm just saying try to understand that they're not, you know, doing it on purpose. They just think that what they're doing is right. So, yeah. All right. And we got one more and then I'm out. This is for all the single moms out there. I met a wonderful single mom this weekend. She was awesome. I was having lunch with my friend Dave. She had this cute little kid with her. She was really cool, really nice. And I know, and I put this in here just in case she watched the podcast, because, you know, she gave me hope. She motivated me because she was very intelligent. We had a little conversation about the whole bullshit about toxic men and everything. And if you're watching, thanks for coming in. Thanks for watching. And I could tell that she was raising her son right, and she's probably going to understand every single thing that's being said right now. So watch, listen carefully, and then we're going to wrap it up. Sorry, I didn't put it in there like a dumbass. Here we go. And share and listen up.
Of homelessness and runaway children are from single
You
mother
can't
homes.
put that on the mother.
85% of
No.
children who show behavioral disorders are from single mother homes. 80% of rapists with anger problems are from single mother homes. 71% of high school dropouts are from single mother homes. 70% of youths in operated institutions are from single mother homes. 80% of all the youths that are in prison are from single mother homes.
So how are you going to blame the woman?
Well, he didn't. Guys, why is your immediate reaction? You're blaming the woman when he's just reading a stat.
Because where this conversation was going was like, you know what, women need to behave, women need to act correctly. For a lot of women, the best situation they can give to their child is say, I'm going to leave this man. Or the man leaves. The man is nowhere to be seen. He's disappeared.
Statistically, that's not true. That's not true. Women leave 70 to 80% of the time. I'm pretty sure now it's 80%, and if you're college educated, it's 90%. So women are the ones leaving.
Yeah. So like, and again, like, you know, I've heard this a lot. Okay. A woman can do it on her own. You know what? A lot of women do. But just because you can do something doesn't mean you should do something. I mean, I could walk out right now, go to my garage, turn on my lawnmower, and stick my hand in it. That doesn't mean I should. Okay. Bad comparison. But still, the point's made. All right. I don't think that a majority of women go into a sexual relationship with a man thinking that they're going to get pregnant and have the child by themselves. I don't think that that's the norm. Now, I do know I would have some women, which have told me before, obviously, you know, they've educated me on this. There are women that professionally go out and do this. They go find basketball players, football players, they get knocked up. But again, that's more of the 10% rule. But Pearl is not wrong. 70-80% of divorces are initiated by women. That is a true stat. And what she's talking about when it increases to 90%, I've seen 89%. But she's talking about women that have a 4-year college degree. Women that have a 4-year college degree are 89% of them. 89% of those divorces are initiated by women with a 4-year college degree. So take it for what it is. We're not blaming on the women. We're reading you stats. And remember, that's not a whole. They're saying that of the total prisoners, of the total homeless, of the total youths in jails or prisons, it is this percentage. Okay? Of divorces, 89% from 4-year college women, 80% from women not college. Okay? That's not all divorces. They're saying the percentage of divorces that are filed. Okay? What they don't tell you is that we're still above about 60% for a successful divorce rate. Or it's like right under 60, somewhere in there. I haven't checked that in a while. But, you know, if you want to go back and look at the, you know, the aughts, 1910, 1920, the divorce rate was like 5-10%. You know, less than 100 years, guys. All right, that's it. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for all being here. You know, again, my email is down below. If you have any suggestions, any thoughts, comments, questions, or concerns, you know, send them my way. If you just need a positive message or me to just lift up your day, I'll do my very best to get to it and read it. I've got, okay, guys, and just to give you a little idea of my week, I've got a job going up tomorrow. I have an appointment on Tuesday. I've got an appointment on Thursday. So Wednesday right now is looking good. All right. So 6:30 Wednesday night, share it, send it out, let people know. Again, you know, I really hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Hope you had a great week. Thanks for sticking by. You know, Iron Man, thank you for being here. Becca, you're always awesome. Skinny, if you stuck it out, thanks for coming in. And everyone else that kind of jumped in, I think we got up to 5 today. Thank you so much. And guys, remember, just spend a couple of moments, you know, in a restaurant, in a gas station, brighten someone's day. Say something nice. Smile, you know, like just be friendly. Yeah. All right. Like just be friendly. Just do your part in just trying to help people understand that we're not alone and we can't do this by ourselves. No such thing as a self-made woman. No such thing as a self-made man. They don't exist. Someone had to give you a break somewhere. Okay. Before Arnold Schwarzenegger went woke, he said that. But hey, even the great ones fall sometimes, right? Anyways, guys, lots of love. Please go in peace and God bless. All right.